Hello once again, this is Shog, back with another video from CES 2015. This time it's the Portege Z20t from Toshiba. This actually was the tablet of the show for me, in many ways. Yes, I'm doing another voiceover because, yeah, the recording itself, I'm just rambling, it's just terrible. It's embarrassing to hear, actually. So, hopefully this is better. This tablet, I'm holding it right now. It's I'm gonna try to sync up the video as much as I can with what I'm talking about. It's super light. It's 1.7 pounds, which is a hair lighter than Surface Pro 3, which is already super duper light, and it's a joy to sort of hold and handle. The performance of the unit is probably the only question mark that I have, being that it's a Core M processor unit. But everything else they showed at the booth was really impressive. Here goes his hand again. Whew, man, it's going to be a little distracting. I'm sorry. Back to the tablet. Its ultra form factor is the Z20t configuration, which means it comes with the base, keyboard base. Together, I believe the wrap only should go for about $2,000. Now, they will provide another SKU that has the tablet portion only for about $1,000, which is interesting. So you'll have a choice of configuration that has a keyboard with it for about $2,000, and without it for about $1,000. And you can always add that later. As you can see, that they have received one of the awards for the devices of the show. Well earned. It's a very impressive device, as I said before. You can see that the keyboard dock has a little nub, as well as a trackpad. It's a large trackpad, really good looking and nice function to it. This unit is a 12.5-inch unit, which is a nice size. We'll cover it up, why don't you? Yeah, go ahead. The zooming action was a little distracting, but if you can sort of read that sign, it's a 12.5-inch LCD with the 1080p screen, which is not super high, but I'm not really big on the whole Retina business. To me, it's just a high number for the sake of the number for a marketing bullet point. To me, 1080p at 12.5-inch is about a perfect as you can get for pixel to size ratio. So don't get too hung up on that it's not Retina or blah blah blah. I actually think that this is a sort of ideal configuration that they settled upon. The weight together with the keyboard, I was told, was 3.1 pounds. That's almost as light as the lightest Ultrabook they showed at the show, which is that NEC Ultrabook that was like 2.6 pounds, which is impressive. But 3.1 is close enough to me. It's nothing to sneeze at all. In fact, very impressive. Obviously, this tablet, I'm covering it because it's got a pen, and in fact, it's my favorite Wacom Feel-It/UD pen. So it's got an EMR board, which means there's two separate digitizers. There's one behind the LCD for the pen, and in front of the LCD is a touch, which makes for a great combination, since that the computer knows that there's two separate input coming from two separate devices, so you will never confuse the two. There's a little latch there that allows you to unhook the tablet portion really easily. The feel of it was really nice and solid. Click. It was it was a very impressive setup, much better than the first gen Lenovo Helix. They had a really cumbersome sort of setup for the keyboard dock, but this thing is really nice. So as you can see, you can put it in backwards, so you can, with the keyboard, use it as a tablet mode. Now, the feel of the pen is, well, Wacom Feel It /UD pen-able stuff is really amazing in the first place, but they put this incredible little textured coating that's supposed to do a couple of functions. First, it cuts the glare, so it's matte surface, and that's nice. But more importantly, it gave me this really nice textural feel. It wasn't gritty. It wasn't offering lots of resistance, but it just gave me enough sort of texture that it didn't feel like I'm writing on glass, but it was super smooth. My hand was gliding all over. Not out of control, but it was sublime. I haven't really felt anything like that on a tablet surface before. Even better than my Fujitsu T902, which has nice surface as well. I tend to not like the Gorilla Glass feel. It's very slippery. It's hard plastic on glass feel is not very pleasant, but whatever they did to this tablet, the surface coating or whatever it is, it's very nice. Hopefully it's fairly scratch resistant. That's yet to be seen. But so the spec wise, we were talking about 4 to 8 gigs of RAM. Unfortunately, there isn't any 16 gig configuration. The SSD goes up to 256. But again, this is not going to be one of those units that is meant for desktop replacement. This is meant to be super light, super portable device. It runs Core M, so it's not going to, even though you can clock to like 2 gigahertz speed, you probably don't want to. It won't sustain that speed for long. The chassis is just too thin. There is not enough heat dissipation, so it'll probably throttle down pretty quickly anyways. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be a weakling by any stretch of the imagination. It will outperform the Bay Trails quite a bit. I've been told that it should perform quite a bit like maybe Ivy Bridge generation, or maybe the one before that, the Sandy Bridge generation of Ultrabooks, which is fine. It's very good, especially for being 1.7 pounds and so thin. So I think it's a decent compromise. I know I was pretty harsh on the whole Core M branding in the past, but I'm happy with it. As you can see, there's 2 USB 3.0 on the base. There's a micro USB on the tablet itself. It's a fairly clean device. There's Ethernet on the base as well. There's micro SD on the tablet. It's your sort of standard configuration for these 2-in-1. But really, what really impressed me was the feel of the pen, how light it was. I mean, you can't really beat. I was, well, you know, I have a Bay Trail. I just bought a Bay Trail tablet, the old Asus. I finally just decided to get one after visiting the Intel booth and learning that the Cherry Trail won't be out till well into the second half of this year. So I was sort of thinking maybe I don't need something like this because I got that really light sub 1 pound tablet with me all the time. But I'm thinking maybe I should get this in conjunction with my T902, because you know, T902 is great, but it's just too heavy to carry on everywhere. This thing's so light. As long as I have my man bag with me, I could shove it in there and not really feel it. I mean, it's 9 hours of battery life out of just a tablet and 16 hours of battery life with the keyboard dock. It's amazing. yeah, I really can't imagine a certain area that I need to carry the charger with it unless I'm staying overnight somewhere. Um, so I'm thinking really hard about getting this thing, even though I have a T902, still functioning really well. You can see right there that there's even though this full-size pen won't fit anywhere, there is that little emergency pen that has a button, single button. The main pen also has only single button, so I highly recommend that if you do get this unit, that you end up buying the third-party pen, such as the Toshiba, or I'm sorry, Fujitsu's two-button pen, which is currently my favorite, which also has an eraser and all that stuff. But it's nice that they do have an emergency slim pen in a silo there. There's not much I can say about this thing, more than what I already said. It's super sexy, super light. Price seems pretty nice. $1,000 for the tablet by itself. $2,000 for the ultrabook configuration. This is my tablet of the show. I can't wait to play with it, the retail version in the stores. If you enjoyed this video, I enjoyed making it. See you in the next video.